quick local updates that we have for you as of now. And earlier on, of course, we've seen members of the Kenya National Union of Teachers at the party's headquarters, where they have been camping for the better part of the day, where they hope to effect a leadership change. Now, this comes amid leadership wrangles in the union, with a section of officials seeking to oust Secretary General Wilson Sossion. The court yesterday issued orders stopping a planned meeting of the organization's National Executive Committee, whose agenda was to kick out Sossion from the union's leadership. Now, elsewhere is that the leadership of all members of the National Council of Churches of Kenya are meeting in Limuru today to try and resolve leadership wrangles within the council. The transitional crisis at NCCK deepened after the chairman accused the general secretary of trying to divide this particular organization. And therefore, in the course of the show, as we saw earlier on, that is Caleb Rotemo briefing us on what exactly is happening on the ground. It will be interesting to interact with that event, if not during the course of the show, then during our subsequent bulletins right here at K24 TV. Elsewhere is that for the better part of the last couple of weeks, we've been reporting of a malaria outbreak in Baringo, and right about now we would like to give you an update in as far as that particular issue is concerned, where a malaria outbreak in parts of Baringo and Pokot has so far claimed 10 lives. The situation has been made worse by the volatile nature of security in the area. Bad blood between neighboring communities over boundary issues of Kapedo has made access to health facilities difficult for the residents, with many forced to travel more than 150 kilometers to get treatment. Now, even medics dispatched by the county government and the Ministry of Health have been forced to use armored personnel carriers to access the patients. And Baringo Governor Stanley Kiptis has appealed to the national government to beef up security along one of the most dangerous roads. Last but not least, as of now, 30 minutes past the hour, is the Third Way Alliance Party leader Ekuru Aukot has faulted Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru over a social media post that claimed that Punguza Mzigo bill was rejected by the Nyeri County Assembly yesterday. Now, speaking after presenting the bill to the Laikipia County Assembly, Aukot sought to clarify that the bill was only introduced in an informal gathering and was yet to be taken through the normal bill procedures. He also said that it was curious that some politicians have started fighting the bill, with some members of the county assemblies claiming that they are receiving threats from a section of leaders. Now, Waiguru had tweeted that Mount Kenya region was fully behind the BBI recommendations and went ahead to laud the county assembly in Nyeri for allegedly rejecting the bill. Now, Nyeri County Assembly Speaker John Kagushia also clarified that the bill had not been discussed by the assembly. Those are some of the local updates that we have for you as of now. Remember, they're still being processed by our newsroom right here at K24 TV, and we shall keep updating you on various angles that will have developed in as far as those stories are concerned. But right about now, we need to take you back to Machakos County, and here is the Governor Alfred Ganga Mutua addressing the gathering at Machakos as he opens the cancer center in this particular county. Let's listen in.
Umeona vile wanaongea. You've had a county speaker. We operate at a different level. Machakos iko mahali pengine. So I'm very proud of them. Na mkiona mwasalimie mwambie that is the way to go. Kwa kamba kidogo ni kuyanduma kwa masako no kamba kana kindu kitambia ni kindu cha maana munono ni kindu cha kuthukumia ndumanga hii anduma ituma masako moka ba maika ibao na ndululu kuitwa nundu kansa na mawau timathu memoka ona mundu teki ndu nuwa na ndi kwenda mundu akwa awae akwe ati nundu ndei na mbesa ati mbesa sio onde.
So that's the governor of Machakos as he addresses residents of Machakos on the ongoing event in Machakos. And remember, it's the opening of a cancer center in this particular region that will be offering chemotherapy services, laboratory services too, as well as pathology. And he said Machakos County residents will enjoy these services for free. Those from Makueni and Kitui counties will enjoy a fairly cheaper rate, while other residents or citizens of the nation, that is Kenya, will be accessing these particular services at a highly subsidized rate. So that is coming forth from Machakos, and we've got our team on the ground that is following up on this particular story. But for now, we need to take you back to the courts and just get to listen in with what is happening in as far as this case by Keroche Breweries is concerned. But before we get to the courts, let's give you an international update of news happening across the world, where UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's decision to suspend Parliament has prompted an angry backlash from MPs and opponents of a no-deal Brexit. Now, it sparked protests across Britain, a legal challenge, and a petition with more than 1 million signatures. Now, the government said the 5-week suspension in September and October will still allow time to debate Brexit, where leader of the House, Jacob Rees-Mogg, said opponents of the PM were phony and just wanted to stay in the EU. Also remember that the Queen is expected to be addressing Parliament that is in Britain in October. So how will this exactly affect that particular turn of events? Well, only time will tell. Now, fastest woman on 4 wheels race car driver and television personality Jessie Combs has been killed in a crash while attempting to set a new land speed record. Combs' family confirmed that she had died in a crash in a jet-powered car in southeast Oregon, but further details were not immediately released. Combs, who's 39 years of age, had been dubbed as the fastest woman on 4 wheels, where she earned the title in 2013 when she reached 398 miles per hour. Combs was trying her best to beat the speed and the absolute women's land speed record of 512 miles per hour set by Kitty O'Neill in 1976 when she crashed. Closer home is that Tanzania plane protest police in Tanzania have tried to disperse hundreds of protests who were demanding the release of a Tanzanian plane seized in South Africa last week from outside South Africa's High Commission. The Air Tanzania Airbus 223 was pounded by the South African authorities on Friday following an order from the High Court in Johannesburg. A retired farmer said it was because Tanzania's government had not paid him $33 million it owed in compensation after his farm was nationalized in the 1980s. Now, the demonstrators in Tanzania's main city of Dar es Salaam were chanting in Swahili, "We want our plane." So those are some of the stories that we're following up for you in as far as the international front is concerned, and we shall keep updating you on exactly what is happening in as far as those stories are concerned, as well as others that are currently developing across the world. But for now, Shiksha Arora, we've really interacted with some events, quite a number of them, both locally and internationally, and I'm very sure our viewers have got a lot to say in as far as that particular part of our show is concerned.
All right, of course, and we'll be taking some of your feedback, comments, your Facebook comments, your tweets as well. So remember, it's at K24 TV. That's where you're going to find us. The hashtag is K24 Daily Brief. And if you'd like to say something regarding what we have updated you on, well, that's how you're going to reach us on that particular channel as far as when it comes to social media. Now, getting right into it, we've got a number of tweets right here from the couple of topics, that we've been talking about when it comes to international news. There we go, at David Lamy, who says, just 27% of the British public think Boris Johnson's prorogation of Parliament is acceptable. Suspending democracy is a sign of weakness. not strength. And moving on to the next one, we've got at Hillary Ben MP, who says one of the many consequences of Boris Johnson's disgraceful decision to shut Parliament down is that select committees will not be able to meet and hold government ministries to account. Of course, that is with relation to Brexit as well as UK news when it comes to at Stronger Stabler, who says Boris Johnson has no mandate. He is an unelected PM of a minority government who's been in power for 36 days. Proroguing Parliament to push through policies without scrutiny is the act of a tin pot diktat. Moving on, we've got at Doz Franklin, who says, rest in peace, Jessie Combs, tragically killed trying to beat her own land speed record. Indeed, rest in peace, Jessie Combs. That's the hashtag that was trending when it comes to international news. We've got yet another tweet that has come our way at DTATBISC, who says, sad to hear of the passing of Jessie Combs, a fantastic female role model for all young engineers and automotive enthusiasts. Rest in peace. Moving on to the next tweet that's coming from at Frankie Images, who says, just a shout out to Jessie Combs' family, team, friends and sponsors. A great loss for the racing community. Condolences from Kenya and from the entire K24 TV team as well. Really do wish the family the best in this trying time right here from here in the studio. Samuel.
Right. Quite an unfortunate time of events.
Definitely.
That lady is concerned, and you know, you make reference even to 1976. You know, that also Kitty O'Neill, who set that record at 512 miles per hour, she also crashed.
Right.
So is it the unfortunate fate of those that attempt to actually break world records in as far as this particular area of sport is concerned?
Is it
so
really worth taking the risk?
Is it really worth even taking the risk in the first place? But our condolences, we express our condolences to the family and friends of the late Jessie Combs. And also, in as far as that particular issue on Britain is concerned,
yes,
the Speaker of the British Parliament, for the first time, during rare occasions, actually commented on what Boris Johnson said and said it's a constitutional outrage. But for the Queen to have okayed the PM's plan, then definitely there should be something that we should expect in October 14th.
And of course, it's been 36 days, so the Queen has been watching for the past 36 days as to his plan, as to what he intends to do. And so far, so good. Absolutely.
So far, so good. And we need to also keep interacting with events of the day right here in the country as they happen. And right about now, the Council of Governors is currently holding a meeting to discuss Council of Governors proposals for constitutional amendment. The Chairman, Council of Governors, that is His Excellency Wycliffe Oparanya, is addressing the media on the position that they will take. And this particular press briefing will be coming forth at exactly 12:30, so we shall keep tabs with this particular story and give you the details, if not during the daily brief, then during Newscut later on today. And remember, in as far as constitutional amendments are concerned, we've seen various quarters weigh in on this particular matter. Actually, today, during this very show, we had to interact with the Secretary General, Frederick Okango, Third Way Alliance, who just told us some of the challenges that this particular piece of proposal or legislative proposal is facing on the ground. And some of you, even on Twitter, had a lot to say in as far as this particular initiative is concerned, that is Punguza Mzigo versus the BBI. However, curiously, it will be interesting to see what issues the governors will throw their weight behind. Is it the issues embraced by the BBI team, or is it the issues that have been embraced by the Punguza Mzigo bill? And if I can remember correctly, one of you on Twitter said that the BBI bill is, or the BBI process is one that favors the politician, whilst the Punguza Mzigo bill is one that favors Wanjiku. What is your take in all of this? You can engage with us, hashtag K24 Daily Brief, and we will be in a position to appreciate your feedback right here on the show. And also remember, it's not the only event that is happening today. Of note is what is happening in Machakos County, where the governor, Alfred Mutua, is currently officially opening a cancer center in that particular region, where we have members of Machakos County together with members drawn from the health of fraternity gathering in that particular venue. Now, among the things that have been highlighted by the governor this morning is that this particular facility will be offering chemotherapy, laboratory, as well as pathology services, and residents of Machakos County will enjoy those particular services for free, while those from Kitui and Makueni will enjoy a fairly cheap rate, while the rest of the citizens of Kenya will be in a position to access this facility at a highly subsidized rate. So that is exactly one of the stories that we are following up for you in Machakos County. But also remember, it is also a day that sees the Intergovernmental Relations Committee of the Senate receive a petition from a citizen of West Pokot over concerns that have been raised over the absence of the deputy governor, that is Atudo Nyang. Remember, earlier on this year, we had the West Pokot Governor John Lonyanga Puo appear before the Public Accounts and Investments Committee, where actually this particular question was raised. And in a rejoinder, he said that the deputy governor is away in the United States on assignment, where he is entering into negotiations and deals with the medical fraternity in the U.S. to provide medical equipment for hospitals in West Pokot County. So what turn of events will this particular story take? Well, we shall be right here at K24 TV covering each and every one of those issues for you. So this is the show that will be briefing you on exactly what is happening around you, and you can also join into the conversation using hashtag The Daily Brief at K24 TV and at Sam W. Njoroge for the stories that we have been in a position to file for you as of now. And right about now, I am told that we should engage our reporter, Gloria Milimo, who has been following up on this particular story of this cancer center that is officially being opened by Machakos County Governor Alfred Mutua. She's currently in Machakos County and now joins us live with an update from that particular region. Gloria, thank you so much for joining us right about now. Kindly bring us up to speed with what you've gathered for us in as far as this story is concerned.
Well, Njoroge, just like you've said, Machakos County Governor Dr. Alfred Mutua has officially launched this Cancer Palliative Care and Research Center here at Machakos Level 5 Hospital, where residents of this county, especially those registered under the Universal Health Coverage, will receive services ranging from screening to chemotherapy services here at the facility free of charge. But he said that those from neighboring counties who would also like to have these services will pay for these services, though at a subsidized price. Currently, we are being informed that there are doctors here. They have 8 surgical doctors and also a team of chemotherapy doctors who will be administering these services to the residents who come here for the services. Remember, the launch of this cancer center actually will be a reprieve for residents of this county. That is according to the county government, who says that in the recent years, the residents had to travel all the way to Nairobi for these services. So with the launch of this research and palliative care center, it will be a reprieve for the residents, and also it will help promote cancer screening services, access to these services. Remember also they're planning to launch a sensitization exercise among community members on the importance of just going for cancer screening that will help capture some of these cancers at an early stage to facilitate treatment of cancer. Remember, Njoroge, also, cancer is ranked among the leading top killers in the country. Annually, according to results, according to a research done by Globocon, we have 97,000 people being diagnosed with cancer annually in the country. And out of these 97,000, 32,000 die from this disease. So cancer still remains a major burden in the country. But we also saw President Uhuru Kenyatta early this month just saying that the government will increase budget allocation for fighting this scourge. And it's planning to launch like 10 chemotherapy centers across the country and 3 more radiology centers in the country. And next month, Njoroge, the government is planning to launch a chemotherapy center at Longisa Hospital in Bomet in honor of Bomet Governor Dr. Joyce, former Bomet Governor Dr. Joyce Laboso, who died of cancer. So we're just keeping an eye on this, what county governments are doing, even as the national government plans to roll some of these services in the counties. Remember, health is a devolved function, so there will be more from the county government in terms of just combating this disease and managing it, even as the national government plans to chip in, Njoroge.
Well, thank you so much, Gloria, for that. But I can see you're right inside that particular facility. Maybe what areas of note have you identified as you have toured this particular facility, Gloria?
Well, Njoroge, right behind me, this is a chemotherapy room where chemotherapy services will be offered. And remember, the county also talked about conducting surgical procedures for cancer patients. Remember, these are for cancer tumors that will be conducted. We've also seen a surgery room here. So these are some of the services that will be conducted here at Machakos Level 5 Hospital. And like I said earlier, the county government says that those registered under the universal health coverage. Remember, Machakos County is one of the counties that is piloting this one of the big four, the government's big four agenda. So those registered under UHC will be able to receive these services free of charge in this county, in Njoroge.
Right. Thank you so much, Gloria Milimo, for that update live from Machakos County. Expect this story to form part and parcel of our news order right here at K24 TV during Newscut and also during other subsequent bulletins right here at K24 TV. But for now, it's time to take a break. When we return, officially, it will be the final leg of the show today. So we shall be bringing you much more from these studios right here at K24 TV. Keep us company.